Ladies, I'm here tonight on the show. And tonight, I'm going to talk about Brian Legwich being fired, along with a bunch of coaches, Joe Lombardi getting fired from the Chargers, Roman resigning from the Baltimore Ravens. I believe like there's up to 10 coach or teams that freaking ended up firing their freaking offensive coordinators. I think I can look it up right here. But yeah, I think somebody said there's a list. Um, it's unbelievable, man. I don't know if I ever seen this before. There's not many head coach openings, but there's a freaking bunch of offensive coordinator openings. See, there it is. Greg Roman resigning as the Baltimore coach, offensive coordinator. So here they are. There are 10 teams right now that need offensive coordinators. Baltimore, Tampa Bay, LA Chargers, Washington Commanders, Tennessee Titans, Los Angeles Rams, New York Jets, New England Patriots, Indianapolis Colts, Arizona Cardinals. Now, some of these teams do not have head coaches like the freaking Colts and Cardinals, but the other 8 teams do have head coaches, but they decided to just fire the offensive coordinator. Pretty interesting to see what's going on now. It seems like a lot of teams are realizing it's an offensive league, and they want to make sure they have the best offensive coordinator available. But pretty interesting. The one that was heard most around the world, I believe. Well, I think firing wise was Brian Leftwich. Of course, another one that was talked around as well was Greg Roman resigning from the Ravens. Um, but yeah, man, I'm listening to a bunch of people like Colin Coward. He thinks that it's they're firing him to try to show Tom Brady that they're on his side. Because I guess a report came out that Brady was very frustrated the last few years with the lack of like details and like being lazy with the coaching staff. So he thought that this is like a way for the Buccaneers to show Brady, hey Brady, we're focused and we're serious, we're committed to winning. Um, you look at a guy like Dan Orlovsky, Shannon Sharp. Dan Orlovsky pretty much Dan Orlovsky, he thought it was fair. He thought they had to make a move. He thought that that for having Tom Brady, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin, it was a very bad offensive year, and he kind of supported the move. He said, and then I believe there was some other guy today on was it Jay Williams was on First Take today with him, and he's like, well, dude, but they had how come there wasn't a problem in 2021 they won the Super Bowl? And then I believe Dan Orlovsky said because it was never Byron Leftwich being a good coach. It was more about the talent they had, and the talent was able to overcome the bad coaching. And then part of it too was injuries too. I will agree with that. I think this year, man, the Buccaneers just had a lot of bad luck with the injuries. The offensive line, Tom Brady had no pass protection. Also, because of the offensive line, they had no running support. Then they lose Shaq Barrett, their best pass rusher. They just had a bunch of injuries. And I will say this, like I said on Monday, I think not having Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski, I thought Tom Brady missed them a lot more than I thought he would. But again, like to me, this was more about the injuries, and I don't think it's fair for Brian Legwich to get fired. I think this team could have been a lot better if they would have their like offensive linemen the whole year. They pretty much missed at least 3 offensive linemen the whole year. The left tackle, the center. But Brian Legwich is going to be the odd man out. Shit, Todd Bowles, man. Like I said, I think Todd Bowles is a good coach, but he's a decent coordinator. He doesn't have the personality to be a head coach, man. But yeah, Ben Orlovsky thought it was fair. He thought in 2020 it was all about the I think he also meant they had guys like Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski, along with the guys they have right now. And he just thought that the talent overcame the bad coaching. And then you had Shannon Sharp. He thought it was Bullseye. He was mad. He's like, of course, you're going to blame somebody else for Tom Brady struggling this year. Somebody's gonna have to pay the price. And so he was really mad about it. He's like, Byron Leftwich, I guess last year he was a favorite leading candidate to be the head coach of the Jaguars, and now he didn't take the job to come back to the Buccaneers, and now he gets fired for the Buccaneers. He's got to pay the price, and a lot of people are mad because now he has to start all over. And they were saying, well, for an African American coach, that is terrible. You're literally a step away from being the head coach, and then you go back to the other team because you think you have a better chance to win a Super Bowl, and you get fired. Now he's got to start all over. So Shannon Sharpe was pretty pissed off, pretty mad about it. So yeah, a lot of different takes. Colin Cowherd thought they sacrificed him. It was a way to show the Tom Brady that they were committed to winning and improving their coaching staff after the report came out that they had a lack of attention to small details. Dan Orlovsky supported the decision, saying the difference was that in the past they had so much talent, adding guys like Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski that they were able to overcome Byron Leftwich's bad coaching. And now this year with not having Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski, and also the combination of the offensive line injuries, it was just too much to overcome. And you saw the struggles of Byron Leftwich more. And then obviously Shannon Sharpe thinking it was completely, they use them as a scapegoat because they don't want to admit that Tom Brady sucked this year. To me, I don't think Byron Leftwich is the problem. I think it was the offensive line, man. I just think Brady had no attempt to throw the ball this year. They had no running game. Brady loves the freaking play action, right? And he had what are teams? How are you going to do a play action fake if you can't run the football, man? I think they overreacted by firing Byron Leftwich. If anything, they should have probably demoted Todd Bowles back to be the coordinator and keep Byron Leftwich as offensive coordinator, and then probably just swallow your pride and maybe get Bruce Arians back in there. At least he had more personality to be a head coach. But I don't even know if this matters. Tom Brady might completely be mentally checked out of Tampa Bay. He might be ready to move on. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen, with all this. I think, like I said yesterday in my video, I believe Tom Brady will play in 2023. I just don't believe it will be with the Buccaneers. I think it will be with a different team. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see what the hell happens. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Was it fair? Was it not fair for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to fire offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich?